We're going to be taking our tree trick just a little bit farther this time. Fabriano paper, one of the best. And here's the materials. 3 colors, yellow, blue, and a red. Little round brush and a rigger brush. So I've squeezed out my 3 paints and I've taken a liberal amount of water and making a puddle. Puddle up your water and then you add a little paint to the puddle. Some phthalo blue, a little more water, and some more blue. As we mix our paints, I want to tell you, you may have done the first part of this in another one of my videos, but this takes our little tree method one step farther because we'll be adding some foliage to the tree. But it's always important in the beginning to get your paints ready. So mixing the 3 colors separately, except for the green, which is a secondary color, the blue and yellow, I can now make a dark color. In a previous class we used Payne's gray, but now we're making a dark neutral color. Neutral colors are in the mixture of the 3 primaries. Okay, that's it. We're ready to make our puddle and get our tree started. And now we get set for the beginning of the painting. Drop in the paint. Make a puddle. You know, watercolors are kind of like playing in puddles. Brings out the child in you. Don't get too serious about this. Just get your rigger brush and push up. The first push doesn't go very far. And you look at it, you may wonder, well, let's try again. Second push. The tentacles are flowing up. Now it doesn't look quite like a tree yet, but just hang on as I use the side of the brush a little more and keep directing the paint up. And now I'm using the end of the brush almost like a pencil or a pen and thickening the trunk of the tree. As I push up that first puddle and look at the tree, I realize that if I tilt the paper a little bit, the puddle will start running into the little channels I've created with the end of the brush. And then we push those up. And we're gradually increasing the width or girth of the limbs. Little flicky stroke there. Details are best described with quick little actions, especially in trees. You don't want to be drawing every brush. You don't want to be drawing every branch. You want to be using your brush to help you. Okay, now we're getting a good trunk on the tree. This could be a willow tree. This could be a maple tree, maybe not really a maple. Different kinds of trees have different formations. So this one has a very big bottom and the top comes up from it. Now I'm using the end of the brush, the rigger brush, and just stroking gently, creating what we call the canopy, where the leaves are going to be in a moment. I love these little quick pictures. This is not the last one either. This is just the tree. We have one coming up that shows you how to do a shadow on the tree. And then I'm planning the last one is going to be an actual landscape with a shadow and the tree in full foliage. So practice these first. You get good at these and you'll develop a motif, which is the star of the show. Motifs are just something we like to put in our painting so that people have something to look at. Okay, now I'm getting a little more finesse with the brush. Notice the palm of my hand, the side of it, is resting on the paper and my wrist is moving, but the end of my fingers give a little flick. You see, watch the little flick at the end. You can also pull the branch down if you want, but it's better to go the way nature grows. Grass grows up and branches grow up. So it's best to make your brush flow up. Little dots. Love those little dots. Trees have buds. Little things all over the place. And there's a nice little flowing stroke. Now here I'm going to pull down. I don't do that too often, but sometimes it's necessary. Oh, it got some green. We're moving down to the grass. That side of that rigger brush is amazing. Of course, green is setting the tone for the next part of the picture, which are the leaves. And I don't know about you, but I love the forest, but I'm not going to draw every tree and every leaf in the forest. I want a quick way, an efficient way to do it. There's the oblique. You see my grass is coming down on an angle to the right, creating motion towards the tree. Obliques are very important when you're painting. And the rigger brush is turned more vertical rather than horizontal. And I want to keep that oblique going from left to right. I'm almost indicating a little shadow there, you see? That's an interesting looking tree. That's what I love about this little project of the trees and how it's developing through all our films. And we're learning how to get good at something. Look at that little rigger brush, just pat, pat, pat. I notice I put a piece of paper there so I can create a straight oblique line. I know that sounds kind of not quite right, but it is a straight line, but it's on an angle, and that's what an oblique is. Okay, we have a nice little vignette there. Vignette is just a little picture that doesn't really fill the page, just a little spot. There goes the rigger brush. Whoa, here come the leaves. Okay, I've sped up the camera a little here. Now the Fabriano paper has a nice tooth or texture. So what I'm doing is like a little drum stroke. You see, bang, 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 and also pull, pull, pull. Sweeping on the side and tap, 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 tap. Gentle stroke, creating the foliage on the tree. I'm considering that canopy, remember, it has to be fairly round. Mind you, some are like triangular, pointed. Birch trees are like that. You can see my hand is directing the flow on a curve. Such a simple little technique that anyone can get good at. You can use a sponge also, but I like using the brush. Now I'm going back and darkening, coming up to the end of the painting. And that's it. So join me for some new tree tricks coming up after this one. Just keep your eye open and keep practicing these little magic tree tricks.